Nityaānanda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya, Jaya Nityānanda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nisha Vatarakan, Tat Prakasham Tatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sanyakam, Grantera Arambha Kori Mangala Charana, Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinira Smarana Haya Bigana Vinashana Anayasa Sapal Nija Vanchita Purana Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padayara Asha Caitanya-caritāmṛta Kahe Krishna Dasa Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pacharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityaānanda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much, dear worshipful devotees, for joining. We were yesterday reading about the humility of Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, how he was comparing himself to be lower than Jagai Madai, more sinful than Jagai Madai, more humble than the worm in the stool. And anyone who chants my name will become sinful. Anyone who hears my name will lose all piety. So with all that humility, he has such a great humble attitude, genuine humble attitude, not just speaking from the lips, but very, very humble attitude. So let's read further what happens from text number 207. He mana nirgrana more ki ba kripa kore eka Nityānanda vinu jagata bhitare. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Who in this world but Nityananda could show his mercy to such an abominable person as me? Hare Kṛṣṇa. So this is again the mood of great souls, that I am the most fallen, most fallen. And who will give mercy to the most fallen? The ones who have specially appeared to give mercy to most fallen. Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra. They are most magnanimous, most magnanimous. They have especially appeared to give their mercy to the most fallen. Sri Narottama Thakur speaks in this bhajan, Garanga Karuna Kori Dina Hina Jane Mosama Patita Karo Esa Hamara Hridaya Mandir. Yadi Doya न करीबे पतित देखिया पतित पावन प्रभु नाम कैसे लागिया. Very, very beautiful. He's emotionally blackmailing. Yadi if you do not give your mercy, yadi doya na karibe patita dekhiya. You see the most patit and do not offer your mercy to the most patit, which is me, then how will your name be patita pavana? Then your name will be PhD Pawan. You can give mercy to PhD, or maybe millionaire Pawan. You only give mercy to millionaires, or maybe only those who are very, very high cultured people. You give mercy to them only. Then your name will be not Patita Pawan. If you have to keep your name Patita Pawan, oh my Lord, then you have to shower your mercy upon me. Why? Because Mosama Patita Prabhu Nahi Tribhuvani. There is no one more fallen than me. So I'm the most unqualified. Therefore, I'm the most qualified recipient of your mercy. I'm the most fallen. Therefore, I deserve your mercy the most, or I beg for your mercy. So basically, here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is also begging or for the mercy for Nityananda Prabhu. Let's read the next one. Yes. Nandini Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam devotee. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Preme matta Nityananda Krupa Avatara Uttama Adhama Kichu Nakare Vichara. Because he is translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he does not distinguish between the good and the bad. So we only see Lord Nityananda in that Avadhuta intoxicated roop. Lakshman did not come in this mood, but Lord Nityananda is always intoxicated, and he's always full of prema, and that's our good fortune to be in the lineage of and to be worshipping Gaur Nitai. And the second is he does not distinguish between the good and bad. Again, this is our extremely good fortune. We hear that Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Sunichaiva Supakane Pandita Samadarshina. But when when a lot, when we are getting mercy, if that qualification is not considered, then it's even better. Back to you, Prabhu. Hare Kṛṣṇa, please add.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So, this is the mood of the two lordships, Nityananda and Chaitanya. Uttama, high class, topmost, good qualities. Adhama is degraded. Kichu na kare vichar. Vichar means consideration or analysis. If God has to selectively give his mercy, if Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda have to selectively give their mercy and have to choose recipients, then my turn will never come. Because I'm the most unqualified, I'm the most patita, I'm the most adhama. Adhama patita prabhu dware dware giya. Lord Nityananda, it's mentioned. Adhama patita prabhu dware dware giya. He went to door to the most fallen. Actually, most fallen are the most right recipients of his mercy. Most fallen means those who, because Krishna gives his mercy selectively, right? Yo me manmana bhav mad bhakto, become my devotee. Lot of times, yo me bhaktya prayachati, and then bhaktya mam abhijanati. So many verses that those who are devotees can understand, or those who have some faith can understand those. But here, and look at Srila Prabhupada, and there is another verse, Yogyata vichara na karibe, right? The Lord does not see who is qualified. Patra apatra nahi dekhi sthan asthan. Patra apatra, who is qualified, who is not qualified. Which sthan, which place is qualified, which place is not qualified. The Lord does not distinguish, and especially in this golden age, in this Kali Yuga, in this time period, Srila Prabhupada, the ambassador of Lord Chaitanya's mercy took, even, the Lord distributed mercy primarily in India, the southern India, eastern India. But Srila Prabhupada, understanding the mood of the Lord's mercy, came to a city like New York, which is actually very, very adhama. From material perspectives, one may consider very, very uttama. But it's very, very adhama actually, from spiritual perspective. This is not a place really, no, there's no element of sattvic. Everyone is running in passion, ignorance, lust, all these. There's so much craziness there. I mean, most of you have been there. I don't need to mention the crazy things which go on there. And who were the Prabhupada's audience? Hippies. They were breaking all the regulative principles, meat eating, smoking, illicit sex, drugs, and they had a very, very adhama lifestyle. But look at the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. The most unqualified, they also became pure devotees by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Nityaānanda, and their empowered representative Srila Prabhupada. So if Prabhupada would have considered, hey, why I need to come to New York, such a degraded place, right? But devotees, pure souls do not consider that. They are only busy understanding the mood of Lord Chaitanya. Because if we have to see who is qualified, who is not qualified, then no one will be qualified. In Kali Yuga, no one is qualified in that way. If mercy is given very, very selectively. So the Lord is not doing vichar. The Lord is not doing vichar who is uttama, who is adhama. He just causelessly, le jao mercy, just take it, everyone take it. Whether one is fit, unfit, that consideration is not there in this. So we are very, very fortunate in that way. So the point is, we can also become recipient of His mercy if we also. One more point: when a person is intoxicated in material life, he loses his, discretion power, right? He does like, I know one of my uncles, in marriages they would like go and in India, North India, they do like they no to nothing. They just blow away money. An uncle would get drunk and he would forget his 10 rupee note or 1,000 rupee note. He'll just equal. Not because he's equipoised, but he is in ignorance. And then he would distribute his so-called mercy without consideration. The point is, that's very, very low class example, very mundane example. But the point is, Lord Nityaānanda is intoxicated with prema matta. He's intoxicated with love of Godhead, and therefore he's not considering. In intoxication, he has lost that consideration or that vichar. He just come and take the mercy, just come and take love of Godhead. So we can take advantage of his transcendental intoxication and beg for his mercy. Let's read the next verse. Yes, Vipul, you want to read?
Sure, Guruji. Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Dhamma Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 209. যে আগে পড়ো এ তারে করো এ নিস্তার অতএব নিস্তারিলা মোহন দুরাচার. Translation by His Divine Grace is Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna. So the point here is, if we also fall down at the lotus feet of Lord Nityaānanda, he will not consider what is our past. Is it not? We may have considered, committed so many wrong things in this lifetime and in the past lifetimes, millions of lifetimes. And if the Lord calculates all that, he'll just kick us out. Hey, rascal, you have done so much impure activities in this life and in the past, you don't deserve. But if you simply fall down, that falling down basically means humble surrender. The Lord, Nahika Porichi bhava tufani Nahika nistara Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta dase koro para. I am caught up in this violent hurricane of material world, O my Lord. Nahika nistara. There is no other way to get out. What is the hope to get out? The only rescue, the only path to get out of this material world, which is full of suffering and misery and anxiety, is Śrī Charana, the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, Nityaānanda. With that mood, we offer prayers. If we fall down, then we will also get mercy. Okay, let's read the next one. Anyone has any other thoughts, comments, or any tika, tippani, question?
Suppose you are doing Dandavat Pranam to the Lord, morning, evening, sometimes more. So, not feeling any changes. When the mercy will come, how will you know?
Yes. We have to keep doing. We have to keep doing. And same like any other process of bhakti. Same with chanting also, we can say, well, Ajamil chanted once and Vishnudutas came. I'm chanting every day 16 rounds. No one is coming. Same. So all these elements of bhakti, yes, we have to do our best. Offering prayers, offering dandavat, offering arati, offering incense, offering bhoga, offering, whatever elements of bhakti. Changes will come, changes will come, changes will come, changes are coming. Sometimes changes are not so perceptible. Let me tell a short story in this regard. One time, changes are actually coming. Changes are coming. They may be not as quick as we may want to, but they are coming, right? They are coming. One time, a person in the, used to attend all the classes in the church, like sermon, used to attend all the classes. So someone asked him, hey, you are a very devout person. You attend all the lectures. And for the last 40 years, you have been attending? Wow, that's a big thing. Last 40 years, you've been attending these classes. Do you remember what you heard? Do you remember what you heard? He said, I'm quite old person. I don't remember really what I heard. But so then the person who was in a very like a argumentative mood and judgmental mood, challenging mood, he said, then what's the big deal? Why are you doing it? And then there's no point in doing that, right? It's basically futile. It's all waste. Then he said, very nice thing. He said, I've been married to my wife for 40 years. And she has been cooking for me for 40 years. She makes 2-3 meals every day. And if you ask me what I ate 40 years back, what I ate 40 days back, what I ate 4 years back, I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember. Right? But I know for sure, if she would have not cooked for me, if I would have not consumed those healthy food with love, I would not have been here. I would have not materially survived. Similarly, I may not be able to recall the sermons I heard 40 years back or 40 days back or 4 years back, the classes, the Bhagavad class, what I heard, what books I read 4 years back, what class I heard 40 years back or 44, for some 4 years back, for some 40 days back, or what I heard in last Janmashtami. I don't remember. But I remember, I know for sure, if I would have not been doing so, then I would have been spiritually fallen way back. and resulted into the outcome would have been bad association, bad habits, bad character, and basically material fall down. So all these activities we are doing, is certainly helping. So change is happening, Prabhu. That's the point number one. I want to change is happening. In the beginning, when a plane takes off, right? We all have taken flights, I believe. In the beginning of Krishna consciousness, when the plane takes off, the change is very perceptible. Like we were in the land, and then the plane is a little bit on an incline and goes up, 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 and then the ground, seems to be going, we seem to be going away from the ground. Things at the ground seem smaller, smaller, smaller. But then we're in the sky, right? And then we don't see around. It's all maybe, it's all a little bit dark or light. It just appears same like white clouds, or if it's nighttime, it appears as dark. We can't feel, are we moving? Are we going forward? Are we going backward and stuff? Right? At that time, changes are not so perceptible. But if we have taken the right plane, if we have, then we will reach the right destination. Similarly, if we have taken the right boat of Guru Parampara and the right captain, the right spiritual master, then we will certainly get to our destination. Sometimes changes will be quite perceptible, or we can perceive those changes. Sometimes they are not so perceivable or perceptible. But we have to have faith that I have taken the right boat. Sooner or later I'll reach the destination. And it also depends on my sincerity also. So you can also take it in the spirit that, okay, I need to do better. I need to do better so that I have less time. Time is running out. I have already, maybe half of my life is already gone, or 3/4 of my life is already gone, right? Or whatever, So now I have less time left. Now I need to be more sincere. I have so much to work on. I have so many anarthas. I need to be more sincere. So we can take it in multiple ways. But changes are happening, Prabhu. Especially for a sincere soul like you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Does that help?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Any additions? Anyone
Yeah,
wants to
absolutely.
add? Any other comments, thoughts on this? Nandini Mataji, you want to add any points here or correct?
No, thank you for what you said. I think sometimes we say that we put a yardstick to our devotional service, sometimes, not always. And that in my case, I'll just go by my case. I'm not second initiated. I'm not there yet. And I think we need not do that. We can be just think that I don't deserve anything that I'm getting, and continue to just be grateful, like extremely grateful that we are in association of devotees, and not take it for granted. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Very valid points. Okay, so let's move on to text 210. Śrī Caitanya Mataji, you want to read this one? Yeah, please unmute, Mata.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, बहुत छोटे वर्ड्स हैं तो मुझे थोड़ी सी दिक्कत भी हो रही है पढ़ने में.
Okay. How about now? Oh, sorry, I'm showing everything. Okay, then someone else can read. I think you're on the phone, maybe. We'll ask.
प्रभु जी, मध्य लीला का कौन सा चैप्टर चल रहा है, थोड़ा सा मुझे अगर.
This is Adi Lila, chapter 5.
Okay,
text 211.
Okay, Adi Lila.
Okay, Maybe Sri Prabhu can read them. Raghu Prabhu is also there. Yeah, Prabhu, thank you for your association. Long time. Please, you want to read?
Let me read Bilash Prabhu.
Okay. So Pradeep ji, thank you for joining. Please read.
শ্রী মদন গোপাল শ্রী গোবিন্দ দর্শন কহিবার যোগ্য নহে এসব কথন।
Translation.
I am not fit to speak all these confidential words about my visiting Lord Madan Gopal and Lord Govinda.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Supradeep Prabhu, for reading. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is in Vrindavan at this time. When we go, certainly we should take darshan of these deities. Madan Mohan, Madan Gopal, Madan Mohan, Shri Govindev, Gopinath, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Gokulanandan, Radha Damodar. It's the 6 Goswami temples we must go. Kahi bar yogya nahi e saba kathana. Again and again, his humility is reflected in each and every word. And I am not qualified. I am not qualified to speak. So let's see what happens further. Raghu Prabhu, want to read this?
Thank you. Hare Krishna devotees. Vrindavana Purandara Sri Madana Gopala Rasa Vilasi Sakshat Prajendra Kumara. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Lord Madana Gopala, the chief deity of Vrindavana, is the enjoyer of the Rasa dance and is directly the son of the king of Vraja. Back to you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and reading this beautiful verse. So nice word is coming, Purandara. Anyone recalls this word somewhere? Purandara. Vipina Purandara Navina Nagara Pura Vamsi Badana Suva. Right? Which bhajan is that?
यशोमती नंदन प्रभु जी।
Yashomati Nandana?
ब्रजभट नगर।
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yes. I think in that bhajan it comes, right? Vipina Purandara Navina Nagarapura, yes. I think so maybe this word Vipina Purandara. What does Vipina Purandara mean then? Anyone can try from this? What does Purandara mean? Purandara?
Deity.
King, chief, head. Like, yeah, very nice. Purandara. Hero. So Purandara. Now Vipina. What does Vipina mean here? Not here in that bhajan. Yashomati Nandan. Vipina basically means forest, right? Or groves, or like vana, right? Vrindavana. So many vanas, the 12 vana, Dwadash, Kanana, vana. So he's the king of the garden of grooves. That's the word-to-word meaning. And this way we'll be able to meditate upon some words. So Vrindavana Purandara. He the chief or the head or the king of Vrindavana. Vrindavana Purandara. Who is that? Shri Madan Gopal. The chief deity is of Vrindavan, Madan Gopal. Rasa Vilasi Sakshat Rajendra Kumar. Who is Rajendra Kumar? The son of Raja Indra. Raja Indra is Nanda Maharaj, and Rajendra is Nanda Maharaj. Rajendra Kumar means child or son, is the son of Nanda, which is basically Krishna. Okay, let's read the next one. Who wants to read this 213 verse? Anyone? Yeah, please.
Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Dhanabhipram, Alpishta Shakara, 213. Śrī Radha Lalita Sange Rasa Vilasa Manmata Rupe Hara Prakasha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. He enjoys the rasa dance with Srimati Radharani, Śrī Lalita and others. He manifests himself as a cupid of all cupids. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very straightforward. These verses don't have purport, so we'll also move a little quicker than usual. So we know that Krishna dances with Śrī Radharani, Lalita, Vishakha, etc. Very, very elevated topic. But it's not the dance of an ordinary boy and girl who are, under the influence of lusty desires, may dance with each other, and in material world all the propensities are centered around lust, especially between opposite sex. And therefore one may also see out of ignorance and less intelligence that Krishna dancing with Radharani is also that kind of mundane thing, but it is not. Today only I was hearing a class by His Grace Radhesham Prabhu. He was mentioning that people's, he was in his college in IIT, and then there was a boy who would, kind of trouble girls in the college by, like eve teasing them. And then Prabhu said, Prabhu means like his friend at that time, because they were not, Prabhuji was not like ISKCON devotee at that time. He was like recalling some things before that. Of course, he was from a very, very cultured family. So he was not indulging in all those things, but his friend had those bad propensities. So he said, what are you doing? He said, what if your parents get to know all this crap you are doing here? He said, Ghar pe Ram, gali mein Sham. Ghar pe Ram, like, I'm like innocent like Ram. Gali mein Sham. Sham is Krishna. Gali means college. He said, and Prabhuji was telling that I didn't know, much philosophy at that time. Didn't read Prabhupada's books and stuff, so I could not answer. But those who want to become Sham in Gali, he said, okay, first you dance on Kaliya. You just recently heard Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Dance on Kaliya's hoods. That 5 years and slippery moving stage. You lift, Krishna lift, Sham lift, Govardhan Hill, 7 days, 7 nights. You just lift a penny on your hand for 7 minutes. You can't do that. So he killed Putana when he was like an infant. He drank poison enough. The poison was so strong it could kill hundreds of grown-up men. That drop of poison, if we passively inhale, we'll, die, perhaps. Or to speak of Krishna sucking that poison. So those who try, and then one fine day, what happened to this Sham, the college Sham? He was doing his mischievous, he didn't listen. And then next close to one of the girls was his father, who was like from military with his big mustache. And as soon as he saw this guy kind of misbehaving, he came and like beat him left and right, broke his bones and stuff. And then Prabhu went to the hospital. He said, "My dear Sham, what happened? What happened to you?" He said, he said, like, "Well, I should have heard you, and then all this happened. Like I got, black and blue. So yeah, so we should basically not try to imitate. Many people artificially jump on these pastimes and try to imitate or try to make fun or try to misunderstand or misrepresent or misjudge Krishna and his devotees. All that is basically wrong. He is the Cupid of the Cupids. He is the he enchants, therefore is called Madan Gopāla or Madan Mohana, who enchants even Madana. Here the word used for Cupid is man matha. Madon matta na pashyati. Basically, he maddens everyone, right? Cupid makes one stupid. He maddens everyone. Cupid makes everyone is practically running under the influence of Cupid. And lust does not mean just opposite sex. Of course, that's one part of it. But Prabhu was also explaining that lust is anything, like for a child. Let's say the child goes to the grocery store, he sees a lot of nice chocolates and wants to get chocolates, and then starts to throw tantrums. I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want that candy, I want it, and starts crying, yelling, and rolling on the ground. And that's basically lust. And it can manifest in different ways, yeah. Any other comments anyone has in this context? Okay.
So, I was listening our lecture that anything without Krishna we desire is the lust. Or is not Krishna is the part is the lust.
You know that verse? Beautiful verse from Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Atmendriya priti vancha tare bole kam, Krishnera priti ichha dhare prema naam. Atmendriya priti vancha, anything for one's own selfish propensities, pleasures. Atmendriya priti vancha tare bole kam, lust. Krishnera priti ichha, Krishna ki priti, to please Krishna, to serve Krishna. Dhare prema naam, that's called real love. So lust has to be transformed to love by cleaning the rust of lust through the chanting of holy names, and the natural love for Krishna will rekindle. Let's read 2:14. Thank you, Prabhu, for reflecting on that verse. Yes, Shilpa Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I'll try. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Tasam avira buchariha swayamana mukhambuja pitambara dhara shragvi saksan manmada. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Wearing yellow garments and decorated with a flower garland, Lord Krishna appearing among the gopis with his smiling lotus face look directly like the charmer of the heart of Cupid. Charmer of the heart of Cupid. Purport, this is a quotation from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 10.32.2. Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, back to you.
To say something?
I'm wearing yellow, Prabhu, today. I was just thinking. So, so Krishna looks like he's wearing yellow, and yellow is like bright. It appears like sun, orange, yellow, bright. So in between dancing with gopis, he's very bright and charming, and no comparison with Kamadeva or Cupid. So I think Prabhuji here is telling about the glory on how beautiful is Krishna looking. Prabhu, please correct.
Yeah. He is the charmer of the heart of the Cupid. Madana Mohana Mohana. और मन मथः, जो सबके मन को मथते हैं उनके मन को मथ दिया. Cupid enchants everyone's heart, but Krishna enchants the heart of Cupids, the charmer of the heart of Cupid. So we were discussing the other day that snake charmer. So the expert devotee is, our hearts are also, or our senses are like this snake, often compared to snakes. But when we chant the mantra, the holy names, then we can align it in the service of Krishna. So, as Mataji said, here is a description of the beauty and the smiling lotus face. So we can meditate upon these words. Mukham Bhuja. This word is used multiple times. Mukha Ambuja, the lotus face. Pitam Ambara Dhara. Pitambara Dhara. Pita means yellow. Garments. Pita Ambara Dhara. Dhara means one who dharan kiya. He is dressed with yellow garments. And he's decorated with flower garlands. Another name is Vanamali, right? He's also decorated with flower garlands. He's the beautiful Krishna is not decorated with, in Vrindavan with the like gold and silver and all that pearls. His makeup is primarily from flowers. All the flower colors, flower garlands, flowers. Mata Yashoda would make natural colors and paste out of flowers. So that's Vrindavan Krishna. Dwarka Krishna is primarily gold, pearls and stuff, big crown, and so that's the opulence. Okay, let's read one more. Anyone wants to read? 6215. Yes,
And let
Laksh.
me read.
I think maybe those are not read once, so we try to give at least everyone chance once, and Lakshay can read, so Prabhu can read later, since you read one time.
লোকের মানা করে আকর্ষণা, দুই পাশে রাধা ললিতা করে না সবেনা. Translation: with Radha and Lalita serving him on his two sides, he attracts the hearts of all by his own sweetness.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. What did you get from this?
Radha and Lalita. Radha and Lalita serve Krishna on his both of his sides, like on left and right, but he can still captivate all of his devotees by his own sweetness.
So, Radharani is on the if we see on the left of Krishna, correct? Radharani is on the left of Krishna, yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. And where is Lalita Devi?
Right side.
Right side. Now it's easy the both sides. So we did it. Right. We discuss both sides. So have you all seen on the altar, like the Sakhis along with the Radha Krishna? I'm trying to find a nice picture to share.
Mayapur altar has Prabhuji.
Mayapur has Ashtasakhis. In Vrindavan, there are Lalita Devi and Vishakha Devi. But the point here is that Lalita Devi is on the right of Krishna and Vishakha Devi is on the left next to Radharani. So, Doi Phashe. Doi means two. That's the word. Doi Phashe Radha Lalita Karina Sevana. So all these are the now I'm going back to text 211. I am not fit to speak all these confidential words about my visiting Lord Madan, Gopal and Lord Govinda. This is basically all the meditation of Śrī Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. By seeing the deities, look at his mood, what all he's thinking. When we also see the deities, we can meditate upon these pastimes. How Lalita Devi and Vishakha Devi are serving, how Radharani is serving, what is she holding in her hand today to serve Krishna, what is Balarāma holding. This is all his transcendental meditations, his ecstasy, his realizations. These are very confidential, and he is not feeling out of his humility fit to speak this, but still he is sharing for our own good. How Krishna is dancing, what kind of colors he is wearing, what kind of flower garlands, with beautiful smile. Actually, he is taking darshan of all these deities. Is it not? So we can also and what he does, Swamadhuri, out of his sweetness, Madhurta, Lokera mana kare akarshan. He attracts logo ke man ko akarshan karte. Therefore, it's called Krishna, one who attracts Karshati iti Krishna. Whom does he attract? Everyone. Swa madhurya, out of his sweetness, lokira mana kare akarshan. But again, Lord Chaitanya says, when will I get taste to chant the holy name? They're all sweet, but my heart, I'm infected with jaundice. When will I sweet the real sweetness of holy name? When will I be really attracted to Radha and Krishna? They're so enchanting, attracting, but it's the mood. They attract everyone. Okay, any more thoughts, comments anyone has in this few verses? Okay, so I express my humble gratitude to all of you for joining and reading along. So thank you so much. We will continue from here. We're almost towards the end of chapter 5. And once we complete this as we planned earlier, and we will begin 10.9 in Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9, since we read till Chapter 8. And then that's the Damodar Lila pastimes. Damodar month is coming very shortly, in about 6 weeks. So I think it'll be a very good meditation too. So it has multiple chapters. So I think the whole 2-3 months will pass as we pass through the Bhagavatam, Canto 10, 9, 10, 11 chapters. So it may take a few more days to read the remaining verses of this chapter. But thank you so much. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.